Hi friends, Susan Campfield here with SueStampfield.com. Welcome to my stamp room. Come on in. We're going to create together. I hope that you're doing well. Happy Saturday. So glad to be creating with you tonight. I'm going to turn the microphone here. It's kind of tilted away from me. I hope you're doing well. I am actually pre-recording this video because I am currently on the Stampin' Up! Incentive trip to Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida with my husband. So at this point, we're at the final night party. That would be this Saturday night, which is at Animal Kingdom. Stampin' Up! Has cordoned off the Avatar area for us. We get to go on the rides as many times as we want and have lots of food and fun with our friends. So yay for that. Tonight's video, we're going to make a fun fold card. This is one that I have made before. I've never done a project sheet on it. I've had requests for a project sheet on it. I did make some adaptations to this so that it's just less 1/8 inch measurements and more standard 1/4 inch measurements, which is a little bit easier for me. And this is actually the swap card that I created for the Stampin' Up! Incentive trip. So let me know in the comments if this is something you would like to have a project sheet on. After you see what it is, you can sign up for my free project sheets at SueStampfield.com. I send out email about twice a month with the project sheet, sometimes more, sometimes less, but usually twice a month. All right, let's go ahead and dive right in. Where are we starting at? Let's go down the desktop. There we go. Oh, I do want to remind you that Stampin' Up! Is having a special. If you've got a lot of things on your wish list, it's a great time to save by taking advantage of the starter kit special. You can pick $165 in products of your choice, but you only pay $99 plus tax. Shipping is free. That is in May only. And then once you do that, can really maximize your benefits because you're going to get a discount, a demonstrator discount of 20% off all your future purchases as long as you stay active. So keep that in mind. All right, we're going to dive in here. So let me show you the original card that we made. So this is based on a card made by my team member Sandy Rousey that she had sent me, and this was my version of that with the Lovely Garden products. So it opens up like this. You can see that kind of unique pop out part, that part pops open, and then it's additional panels here. You can write your message and so forth. So we're going to do this. You can see that this, maybe you can't tell, but there's like a 1/16 of an inch border here, which means this is an 1/8 inch piece. This is like 5 3/8 by, what was that one? I think it was 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. So since I'm using 12 by 12 paper, I wanted to redo it so that this is 4 inches, because then I can get more out of a sheet. Again, this was for my swap card, so I needed to make a number of them and wanted to maximize. So let's go ahead. I'm going to walk you through. You know what? Yeah, I'll walk you through how to make it with this other measurements. All right, we're going to use some different products, some new ones. Let's grab our cardstock. We're going to use a new in color for this card. It is called Secret Sea. This is our card base, and it is, I gotta uncover my measurements here so I can tell them to you. 5.5 inches by 6 1/4 inches. If you're watching here with me on YouTube, my moderator Mary Nass is hanging in the comments and dropping the measurements there. Now I can see that my lighting here is much bluer. In person, this is like, when I look at my camera right now, this looks like Night of Navy, but in person it is, I would say it has a little bit more of a green tone to it. I think this light I have really turned up on the blue spectrum. I don't know, that's not going to help. Anyway, yeah, so if you remember the Not Quite Navy that we had years ago, it's kind of like that, but darker. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and fold on this. This one is 5.5 by 6 1/4, and it's scored at 2 inches. So I'm going to grab a bone folder. There's one. And give this a crease here. I'm doing it on both sides so that it sits nice and flat. Okay, so there's our card base. So we're going to use a designer series paper. Did I print out I did. Printed out the names of the products. So the paper that we're using is called Florals in Bloom. It's from the annual catalog. And we're going to use this one, which is another new in color. This paper has a lot of the in colors in it. This one is Cloud Cover is the color here. And where is my, oh, found it. So we play a little game here at Sue Stamp Field. We play the Found It game. When I can't find something, and then I find it again, we all say found it and take a sip of our beverage. So let me know what is in your cup tonight. I have ice water in my cup over here. It's across the room, but it is in the room. So this piece is 4 by 5 1/4, and it's going to perfectly layer on the inside of our card there. I have to make 30 of these, so it's 26 for the swap, and I'm making a few extra. So this will be one done. And the rest are probably going to get done on the plane. All right, so let's bring in this one. So let me show you a card I made, actually. This is from a couple months ago. I have a monthly class called Crafternoon. And in, let's see, what month are we now? This is May, April. Was this, I think this was March, maybe? This is the, oh my gosh, I can't even remember the, it's on the tip of my tongue, you guys. I want to say pyramid, and that's wrong. It's the pleated prism card. But this uses the part of that suite of products that's called Florals in Bloom. That's what this designer paper is, and we're going to use the same one. You can even cut die cut out from the paper using some of the dies. So anyway, back to this. So more of the Florals in Bloom. We're going to use the same one on the front panel here. This piece measures 1 3/4. Is that right? Hang on. It's way down at the bottom, maybe 1 3/4 by 5 1/4. Okay, where did I just had the adhesive, you guys? Oh my gosh! Where did I put it? Oh, I must have put it away. Okay, here we go. Found it. Take a sip. We're leaving early in the morning. I am, like I said, I'm pre-recording this, and we're leaving early in the morning. And I have my suitcase out, but I don't have anything in it yet. So I need to do a lot of packing tonight when I'm done with our video. This is way more fun. All right, so we've got that piece of cloud cover put on, and now we're going to bring in this piece. This is the part that does the kind of that accordion, so I guess I would call it sort of an accordion pop-up. So let's take a look at this. This piece is 3.5 inches by 10.5 inches, and it is scored at 2 inches, 3 inches, 5.5 inches, 8 inches, okay? And then we're going to fold this. The first one is going to be a mountain fold. So that's this one right here. And then the second one is also going to be a mountain fold. And then the third one is going to be a valley fold. And the last one is also going to be a valley fold. Okay, so let's go ahead and just crease that well here. Where's my bone folder? And we'll just do a recap on that real quick. So I'm just kind of folding everything here, creasing it well. All right, I'm going to get this one over here. Now, just so that you're aware, this these aren't the same. It is going to hang over, and that's important. That's good. All right, so I got this all ready. We're going to go ahead and put our designer series paper on it. So let's bring in some more of that Florals in Bloom. This time I've got 2 pieces I'm going to put on the inside. Now on this version I did 1 piece on the inside, and the other 3 I did in just white cardstock. This one I'm going to change it up a little bit, so I'll have a couple pieces inside. And then I have these pieces for the front. So we're going to start with this piece right here. Let me give you the measurements for this one. This one is 1 3/4 by 3 1/4. 1 3/4. Wait, what did I say? 1 3/4 by 3 1/4. All right, and then we have this piece, and this one is 7/8 of an inch by 3 1/4. So I did keep this one at 7/8 of an inch. It just worked out better that way. And let me show you how I stick this one on. I'm going to bring it up a little bit closer. So do you see where that score line is right there? This one is actually going to butt up to that score line. I'm not leaving a border on this side. It's going to be right on the edge, if that makes sense. And I'm leaving a border at the top, of the bottom, and the right side. Because when I open it up, there's already a border there. I hope that makes sense. That just kind of makes those all be even. All right, so now we're going to put another panel here. That's this one. And this one is 2 1/4 by 3 1/4. Let's pop this around. I haven't assembled any of these, and that's all probably what I'm going to be doing on the plane on the way to Florida. Because, you know, making cards is a good way to pass time on a plane. I always do all the stamping and stuff at home, and of course all the die cutting and everything. I did one time on a plane. I was doing punching, and I wasn't even thinking about it. I was doing it on the tray, and finally the person ahead of me turned around and they said, "Excuse me, I just wanted, what are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't even think." She said, No, it's fine. It's not bothering me. I was just really curious at what you were doing." Okay, so now, whoops, I just hit the camera with my head. Sorry about that, guys. All right, now we're going to put in this other piece. This is the same size as this one. This one is also 2 1/4 by 3 1/4. And we're going to put that over here. Excellent. Fantastic. All right. Now here I want to put a white panel, and here I want to put a white panel, but I want to stamp on them first because it'll just be easier for me if they're flat. And they're going to hang over a little bit. So let me grab a scrap paper. There we go. And I am going to grab my Secret Sea ink right here, my Secret Sea ink pad. This is one of the new Stampin' Up! In colors. And, oh, I just put my finger in it. Good job, Sue. Let's just rub that in like a lotion. All right, we're going to start with one of these is going to say happy birthday. And the stamp set, oh, what stamp set are you using, Sue? Well, that's a really good question. It is called, I'll show it to you here, it's called Blooming Phrases. This is one of the online exclusive sets that's available now. If you just go to the online store and look under Blooming Phrases, you'll see it, and it's got this fun little squiggle line behind all of them. So first I'm going to do the word happy because the two stamps are separate, and I'm going to kind of center that. Happy, and then I'm going to do birthday. I am going to need to do all the stamping tonight before oh, you know what? I don't want to do that so high up. I think I want to center it. Okay, I'm going to flip it over. We have this wonderful two-sided paper. So if you make an error, you can just flip it over. I wanted this more centered instead of towards the top. If I was leaving room to write a greeting, I would have put it where I had, but I just want it more in the center. And then we'll put the birthday right below it. Happy birthday there. All right. And then this one is going to say celebrate. And I'm also going to put this one in the center. Now this is the one that you're going to sign the card. So if you wanted to write a little note, you could stamp it up higher. I'm just going to pop it in the middle-ish area there. All right. Let's close up that ink pad and let's stick these on, and then we can put our card together and add the fun stuff. All right, so I've got this. Okay, so I'm going to put celebrate for the inside of my card. This is all the way on the inside. Celebrate. And then my happy birthday is going to go here. This will be the first thing that they see. So covering up that boo-boo, sticking that down. Nobody will ever know. It's our little secret, guys. All right, we're going to pop that right here. Okay, happy birthday. Excellent. Now let's bring in our card and we're going to stick this on. Now this bit goes under here and this one is going to be lined up to the edge. So we're going to stick this one on first and then we'll worry about the rest, because if we stick on the inside, we'll never get it lined up with the edge on the front. We want to stick on this part and then everything else will align accordingly. All right, so I'm going to just bring this in and I want to make sure that I have it approximately in the center from the top bottom. That looks pretty good right there, and just give that a press. Now I only put adhesive on the back of this section, not on the back of this, because this hangs over. And I'm just going to accordion fold this part all the way up and then put adhesive on this back part right here. And then I'm just going to close the right side of the card, and that's going to end up where it needs to be. All right, so I'm just going to close this and press and then flip it over, and now I've got this happy birthday celebrate on the inside. Let's decorate the front of our card. All right, so I need some dies. Let's bring in some dies here. These are, we've had these for quite a while. These are the nested essential dies. They are a nice essential to have. And I'm going to use these two layering rectangles right here. And I'm going to cut them with the die cutting machine. So let's bring that in. Shove some things out of the way. It's all good. And let's zoom out just a hair here, okay? And I'm going to grab platform number 1, and die adapter number 2, plate number 3. Now, Susan, where did you? Oh, found it! Here is the cardstock to cut these. Now, I don't think I have these measurements on here because, frankly, you could just use any scraps you have. I've got basic white. And I have a piece of Secret C. It depends on what dies you're doing, what size you need. And let's crank this through. Ah, there we go. Let me know in the comments what your weather is like. Like I said, I'm pre-recording this, and it's a lovely day here right now. And I'm really hoping there aren't too many storms while I'm gone because my dog Mercy does not like storms, and she's already going to not like it that I'm gone. So, yeah. All right, let's go ahead and grab this. And I'm going to put those right on here. And, okay, so I've got my pieces for the front. So I'm going to use the stamp set, this stamp set right here, the Sweet Blooms. That's part of that Florals and Bloom suite. And I'm just going to grab this stamp out of the set that says hello. And I'm going to put it right here on this with some Secret C ink. Again, you can see the theme I got going here with this card. Okay, let's do this. Hello. Oh, there's my head in the screen. So sorry, guys. It's almost straight. Okay, and then let's close that up. And we're going to layer this onto the Secret C piece. There we go. And get my card back in here. Now I'm going to pop this up with dimensionals, but I don't want any dimensionals on the right side because it's going to hang over that little pop-up, and otherwise that wouldn't pop up. So I only want to put my dimensionals from the center towards the left. So I'll put 2 on there, but I'm just going to make sure that I don't have anything on that right side. So we'll put 1 in the middle and 1 over here, like that. Peel those off, and then we're going to pop this on right here. Kind of want to center it. There we go. And then we're going to add some ribbon to this. So we have 5 new in colors, and each of them has a ribbon, their own ribbon. This is the Secret C. It's faux linen ribbon, and it is very linen-like. You can see that very well. So it's a little bit stiff, but still very pliable, I guess. Just not floppy. And I'm just going to tie a knot. You need about, 4 inches is plenty to do these little knotted bows. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut it at an angle on each end here. And there I have my little bow, and that's going to go right in the corner of my greeting here. Glue dot. Ah, found it. Take a sip, everyone. I have found the glue dots. Let's pull that off there. And we're going to I'm just going to stick the glue dot onto the corner of my label and then stick my bow on top of it. So I'm actually sticking the bow on the white part of the label. Doesn't matter, your choice. And then we're going to add some embellishments as soon as I find where I put them. Oh, here they are. These are the holographic resin dots. These are actually part of the Celebratory Sips suite, which is an online exclusive. And I just liked the kind of holographic greenish tint to this. There's so much green in this paper. I just thought it looked nice with this card. So let's go ahead and pop those on. I'm going to do the biggest one with a medium one over here. Gosh, I hope I have enough of these. How many comes in a pack, you guys? Let's see. You get 150 in a pack. Okay, I should be good. And then I'm going to do one of the smaller ones. And why don't I put that kind of over here? Kind of balance it over by the bow. I don't know, you can put them wherever it makes sense. They're not showing up as well as they do in person on the screen, but they're in person. They're very obvious. They're not really see-through. They've got definitely hologram glow to them. And then our card opens up like that. Awesome! Again, shout out to my team member Sandy Rousey, who inspired this with a card that she had sent me. This fold, it's super fun. And hopefully this one is a little bit easier for you to follow along with the 1/4 inch border. Or if you prefer the 1/8 inch border, you can go check out this video on my channel. Same fold, just slightly different layering sizes. Let me bring in the dimensions for this version right here, so you can take a screenshot of that and hopefully go and make a bunch of these cards to send out. All right. I call it a pop-out fun fold card because I didn't know what else to call it. So going with that name, it's the same name we called it last time. So here, let me just hold that flat so you can get a better picture, okay? Fantastic. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. Yay. I hope you have a great rest of your Saturday. I'll be back on Tuesday night at 7:30 Central Time with another creative video. And remember, this coming week is my special class. It's called Crafternoon. It's taking place this Thursday. It's called Crafternoon at night this month because it will be 7:30 on Thursday night because of a couple travel events I have going on this month. So I hope you can tune in on Thursday night at 7:30 Central Time and join me for our newest Crafternoon Fun Fold. Can't wait to share that with you. Have a great night. And again, thank you for making and sending handmade cards. You're absolutely making the world a kinder place. And I appreciate all that you do. Again, if you want to sign up for free project sheets, you can do that on my website, SueStampfield.com. Bye-bye.